Alright. Hello everyone. Hope your week's going well. Alright, we're all good to go. Yeah, so this is a continuation of last week. We got roughly halfway through rating every anime I've seen again. Kind of revising everything I've done. So the goal is to try to finish it this week. We probably will not. It's a bit hopeful to think we will, but I'm banking on it. Hopefully we do finish it. A little mouthwash. Paint-based punk, I'm doing good. Yeah, I'm just relaxing. Update on the Sunny Boy video thing. It's been a week. They haven't said anything, so another week it should be good to upload, which is nice. It won't come out till next month though. There's some other stuff coming out this week, or not this week, but this month. I think there's a video coming out this Saturday. Let me check. Oh no, not this week. Yeah, so you guys probably saw, how was the Haibane Denmei video? That came out Saturday. It's a bye week this week, and then next week there's another video. Started watching Lane because of your first video. Is it going to blow your mind? Yeah, I think so. I don't know, it depends what you go in wanting to see. I think if you look for like the deep and thought-provoking shit, it'll definitely have that for you. Going in blind is crazy. Yeah, you might be a little confused, but I think everyone's confused on their first watch of that show. You think we overrated? You think we can finish? That's hopeful. I gotta not yap as much on each anime, and then there's a good potential that might happen. AP Chem, holy shit, have fun. I don't like that class. I had friends that took it in high school. I just took regular chem. I did not want to, because we had pre-AP chem and then you go into AP chem. So it was 2 years of chemistry, and I don't like chemistry enough for that. All right, we're gonna get into this. Hopefully finish it. A good chance we don't, but I'll be hopeful. You seem hopeful that it's possible, so I'll be hopeful that it's possible. We left off, yeah, about halfway. Okay, well, we got a lot of anime rom-coms coming up, or stuff in that realm. This is the one about the guy that it's called something weird. After being rejected, I shaved and took it in a high school runaway. Now that sounds bad on the premise of the title, but let me tell you, it's actually a pretty good show. I'd give it. Let me refresh myself where we're at. I remember fives being, they're gonna be, you know, baseline. Watched it, wouldn't watch it again, probably not. Sevens are decent. Yeah, I'll probably rework this stuff later. Okay. Shit, I'd give it a 7. I'd give it a 7. I don't know how many of you actually would have watched this show, but I went into it not expecting much, and it was actually decent. Little Crippling Depression is going well. List mastering because of exams, no worries. We're halfway through the list, so you're here for the last half. Hopefully the last half. Okay. What's next? This is Remake Our Life. I remember this. It kind of sucked. The premise is the guy, like, you know, it's bad when I don't remember everything about the show. I just remember the guy being a game developer and marrying a girl. I don't know how he got there. I think they were in college at first. So I'd give it like a 5. I'd give this a 5. That's solid. Is it that one where the dead wife of a dude turns into a little kid? No. No, I watched 4 episodes of that because all the memes were around. I was like, I have to know how bad it is or how good it is. Don't watch it. It's a waste of time. I think I got 3 episodes in, and it was obvious that everything went into coming up with the premise, and the show just sucked in its own. It didn't have really that much emotional weight. It tried to act like it did. It tried to act like it had something to say. But it was really just like a shit reincarnation thing. It just wasn't good. Oh shit, my number thing's off. There we go. Did you rank Evangelion, and if so, where do you put it? I think we'll go back in later to like kind of once everything's ranked and restructure it. But I'm pretty sure I put it at 9.5 because it has a lot of issues. I put End of Evangelion at 10. I don't think we've gotten to the rebuild movies yet. I think they're lower on the list, so we'll get to those in a bit. I believe there's an anime of a high school girl who was in love with her cafe restaurant manager. After the Rain, I have not seen that one. I'm kind of glad that I have avoided that. Yeah. All Twitter was shilling it, but nah, shit sucked. Yup. I don't know how you could like it. I think it's on this list. It's in the drop category, which we'll get to last. I would give it maybe a 2, maybe a 3. Maybe 2 is too harsh on it. It just really wasn't interesting. Okay, After the Rain, I'll look into it. I always give it when I hear an anime that has some kind of wonky ass plot, like, you know, forbidden love shit. I always have to give it a watch just to kind of get, you know, a basis of, okay, this is where it's going. And then I can accurately say if it was good or not. Okay, there's another 2 Love Lu. We're gonna put it at 2 with the other ones. Just because it's probably where it belongs. Princess Mononoke. I think most of you have seen this. I think it's fair to give it a 9. I might put it up higher later, but I think for now, putting it at a 9 is a good spot. End of Evangelion is better than NGE, yeah. And the rebuilds, yeah. It's really depressing, and that's not why I gave it the ranking it got. It's just because the biggest part that I got fucked up of NGE is that they didn't have a good budget, and then End was made after, you know, it was a commercial success, and they basically gave him a blank check and said go fucking crazy. And they did, especially for the time. I think it was early or late 90s that the End of Evangelion movie came out. Yeah, well, there'll be a third. There might be a third. It depends how far we get today. There will be a point where I rank all this and I want to go back and restructure it. So I want a basis and then kind of add in a little more breakage. So yeah, we'll get to there. Okay, so this is my teen romantic comedy, which if you're into rom-coms, it is probably a staple of the genre. Let's see. This is season 1, this is season 2, I think. And this is season 3. I think so. I gotta check though. Yeah, this is season 3. So someone gave it a 10 out of 10. That's fucking crazy. They're all at least 8. Because they are staples of the series. I think it goes up. I would say it just gets better. It's one of those series where it actually does do that, in my humble opinion. This is the climax. We'll give both of these 8.5. I think the first season's good, but I think the later seasons are better because they really do explore. The first season kind of sets up the staple, like, you know, these people are friends who might like each other, which is an interesting approach. It's not like straight on, we just like each other, like romantically. And then it kind of like rounds out the relationships and explores the idea of like your friendship or your like love interest is codependent versus actually like you're both lifting each other up by having a relationship. So that was a cool approach. I liked it a lot because, you know, it was different. It actually gave the characters onion layers instead of just being, you know, I don't know, blank and boring. I wish Berserk was given a blank check. Yeah, me too. I don't know if it'll happen though. It's hard to put that stuff on, you know, TV in Japan. Even here. Maybe on Adult Swim. Just gets too extra for me. That's fair. And that romance anime is not for everyone. Tyler, I am wrong, Tyler. Thank you. I'm always wrong. What do you mean? I'm just making shit up on the fly. All right, this is, I don't know if you guys see this. I'm pretty passionate about this one, A Sign of Affection. This is one of the best new rom-coms. Or not rom, it's just kind of a romance actually. It's not really comedy based. This, I will go down and die on a hill. That, I guess there's an O&A. Oh, it's only 2 minutes. It's like a video. I don't know how to tell you guys. This is probably one of my favorite. It's pretty similar. It's not the same in plot, but kind of, you know, structure to Silent Voice. It doesn't have the kind of depressing parts of Silent Voice. But imagine that kind of relationship building, but not, okay, it's not like a Silent. The only thing they share in similarities is the girl is deaf. I was reaching there. Yeah, this is one of my my favorites. I'd give this a 9.5. I would watch this over and over again. It's really wholesome. Okay, Classroom of the Elite. This is all 3 seasons. I think the first season is really strong. I think the second season is. I didn't care as much for the third. I think it's a, I don't know, it might be a rut. I like where it's going still, but you know, I haven't gotten, what is her name? I'm trying to think of her name on the fly. This woman. Sakayanagi. Yeah, I don't like her. I don't think she's as interesting as the red hair guy, this guy. He was a lot more interesting as like the villain antagonist. It's more antagonist than villain. So I think the premise here was interesting, and it introduced the whole idea that what's his name? Ayano Koji. Yeah, Ayano Koji being like a sociopath. I think that's a good intro. 7.5, 8 is where I'd put it. I put 7.5 for now. And then season 2, same level, and I think it goes down to 6.5 here. I just didn't really have as much interest in the show as I did for the first 2 seasons. Was really disappointed with the chess game from Classroom of the Elite. Yeah. Why were you disappointed? Actually, I'm curious. I wasn't disappointed in how it turned out because I knew how it was going to turn out in the sense, but it was doing that for the plot. Yeah. I don't remember. I actually don't remember much about that season because I was kind of disappointed in it. I don't really like romance animes, but I'd watch them. They are fine. Okay. Yuki is best. And Affection is great. All right. Moving forward. I recommend this to everyone. Call of the Night. I don't know how many of you have seen it. I feel like it kind of went unnoticed, and I would put it at a solid 8, 8.5. I forget what's in 8 and 8.5 anymore, so we'll play it safe for now and give it an 8. But I'm probably gonna put it higher. I really like that show. It really does well with its animation, and it doesn't look like it's overspending. You know, JJK looks like it's spending a lot of money on every animation. But it looks, in their sense, that they're using what they have to make something pretty good. Call of the Night is great. Yep. Call of the Night was likable. Yup. A little Bartholomew. Okay. I don't know how many of you have seen Lucky Star, because this is an older one. It was one of the first ones I watched after like Azumanga Daioh. I enjoyed it. I think, you know, it's, you know, age kind of shows now. But I still think it's solid, and it's not of interest to people who don't like slice of life. So that's important to note. So with that in mind, I'd probably give it a 7, 6.5, 7. We'll do 6.5. I think that's fair from what I remember. And that's coming from a nostalgia perspective, so that's why I'm trying to put it a little lower. This show sucks. I'm not Ekin. I think that's how you say it. This is a 1 for me. It's bad. Don't watch it. We're entering, yeah, we've got 2 shitters now. Arrow Manga Sensei. My brother loves this show. I don't understand. This is probably a 3. That puts it above this slop. In the same realm with Uzumaki. That's fair. I actually do think that's fair. Okay. Now this is the dog one. I'm sure you guys remember this. Kennel Tokorozawa. It's going in the 0.5. We'll give it a 0.5. That's almost as low as you can go. I'd actually rewatch that over X-Arm. I'm not sitting through 12 episodes of X-Arm ever again. You like my summary videos? I'm surprised. Wait, which summary videos? You talking about incorrect summary or making sense? But yeah, I'm glad you like them. You know the Inuka one? I'm fucking surprised anyone else stomachs that. I'm glad someone else has experienced that. I always thought I was alone. How many people have watched it, at least on AniList? Wow. 4 people have favorited it. 1,650 people have watched it. That's more than needs to happen. Alright, we're on Code Geass. I've only watched this movie, by the way. If any of you know, it's in a spin-off series, so they made movies that recap the original story. Kind of changed some stuff up. It's a little different. It's kind of like an other dimension. It's similar to Rebuild, but not the same. It's not connected to the original series. But anyway, they made a movie afterwards. It's like a sequel to after the events of the original series. So I watched it. I looked up what they changed in the series, and it's okay. So we're gonna put like Code Geass season 1 is the best season of Code Geass. That's a 10 for me. I think Code Geass season 2, the ending's good, but it takes so long to get there, and it's a little more over the top with Lelouch's ability to basically mind himself out of any scenario. You put him in a desperate scenario with 4 troops against 1,000 other people, he'll figure out a way. It's fun. It's just, in the original series, he was more built as this like actual intelligent battle strategist, and in the second season it's like he's a talented god who just has the fates on his side at all times. He also, he does have the power of a god, so that might contribute to it. But I'd give this probably give this a 9. Also, like, Rolo's character, this feels kind of shoot in. Like they're like, we need to make a little different, so they added this other Geass character who basically, not his fault because he was, a child soldier, basically fucks everything up anywhere he goes. I don't think, the only thing he doesn't fuck up is he saves Lelouch. But to get to the point where they're at is potentially caused by Rolo, so. Yeah, I think that's fair. On the movie terms, though, I don't think it's that good. It's kind of like, it's like watching a Marvel movie. You like the characters, but it doesn't mean the plot's gonna be good. You never know. It's like it's a gamble with Marvel movies now. So I'd give this 7. I think that's fair. It's carried by the characters they've already built up. That's kind of, yeah. I love the dichotomy between Lelouch and Suzaku. Yeah, that carries the show 100%. That is one of the best parts of the show. 10 is fair, but yeah, season 2 is a little much, especially with the genocide topic. Well, season 1 has... Does season 2 do the genocide thing? It continues, right? Season 1 had the original, like, genocide event. Now, I think it was done well. Season 2, though, it kind of looms on that, but they kind of overlook it. You think about it. All these British soldiers massacre these Japanese, and obviously in a dictatorship it doesn't matter, but the Japanese just bend over afterwards because they got beat in the final battle. So I guess they didn't fully bend over, but yeah, I don't know. It's weird going from season 1 to season 2. It feels like some things are a matter of plot. Like this only happens this way because of plot, especially like. So Lelouch, I can't spend too much time on this, otherwise we're not going to get through the list. Lelouch's father, knowing of the kid and like his abilities, just proceeds to brainwash him and put him back into Japan, thinking that even though they haven't captured all of the Japanese that used to rebel with him, that he's just going to be fine and nothing's going to happen. The Code Geass ending is good. I mean, Attack on Titan literally stole the same idea years later, but this overall season 2, it's not as fun as season 1. I think season 1 was better. Really need more independence as a character. Yeah, you really don't see him, I guess, outside of his scenes with his brother. Isn't season 2 the one where Lelouch's Geass goes haywire accidentally? No, that's the end of season 1. Yeah, I think the genocide was necessary. Also, it was a big shock factor. Holy shit, you never saw that coming. Definitely his sister's position in season 2 is forced. Oh, I forgot about that. I don't really care for that storyline either. Yeah, okay. Moving on from Code Geass, can't spend too much time on it. We have Goblin Slayer. There's the season 1, the movie, and season 2. Now, what I will say about this series is it's not very good. The plot though, like I have never profusely hated goblins so much. I've played games, fantasy games all the time that have goblins in it. I've never really felt like a hate for them. This series did it. I absolutely vehemently hated goblins, and watching the Goblin Slayer massacre them, that was a 10 out of 10. So obviously this series is carried by the shock factor and stuff, and the violence. I don't really care though, because I got to see goblins die, and that was really gratifying. Season 1 was better than season 2, that's for sure. I would give season 1 7.5, but I think it drops off from there. The movie is okay. I'd say it's a 7. It does have a good animation and everything, and it's fun to watch. It's just not as good as the first season. Season 2, there was a studio change, I'm pretty sure. The animation budget went down, and it was noticeable. It was goofy and kind of funny, and I still enjoyed the season, but it's just definitely not as good. I'd probably give it a 6.5, maybe a 6. I'll do a 6 for now. So yeah. Love goblins under normal circumstances. Yeah, Goblin Slayer, they said like, these guys suck. They are the like bottom feeders of the world, and man, it was something to watch. You think 6.8? That's not a bad score. I might boost it up. Yeah, it was just going from the first season had really good animation, and then the second season, it was kind of a shock factor at first to get used to the new style and everything. Every time you talk about God, they think it's Demon Slayer. Yeah, that could happen if they're not educated. You got to educate them. You got to show them Goblin Slayer now. They'll hate goblins within the first 20 minutes of the episode. They pull no stops first episode, by the way. It is straight into like the worst shit you can imagine. That's not very common in anime. It sometimes happens. You're like, whoa. I can't say it on YouTube, so we'll just brush over that. You tried? Hey, you gotta try again, bro. You gotta try again. Okay, Golden Time. Another rom-com, pretty staple. It's actually, looking back, it's enjoyable to watch, but the The concept's a little fucking weird if you think about it. The whole amnesia gimmick seems unnecessary, and I didn't really care for it. I just wanted to like watch the relationships develop. But you know, it's kind of unignorable that you've built your whole series around the amnesia gimmick, and it has to play out at some point, and which it does at the end. It's not that interesting, and it's not that gratifying. I really hated the amnesia part, and it makes you dislike the character when his little pussy-footed self comes back. When the his memories come back, yeah, it's just not that great. I would give it a decent score though. Still, I'd probably say 7. I think I put Toradora at 7. I'd say it's around there as well. All right, we got Steins Gate season 1, and then Steins Gate 0. Which, this is gonna be interesting for me. I think Steins Gate, I almost enjoyed Steins Gate 0 more because I liked watching how Okabe wrestled with his grief from the like right off the bat. It has the benefit that Steins Gate 1 spent a lot of time developing the characters. You know, it comes from a visual novel before jumping like into the deep end of the plot. But obviously, I still think this is I'd say 8.5 for now, and I'll give this an 8.5 for now. I wouldn't say it's worse. We'll probably bump those up a little bit, but we'll see. I do plan to check out 91 Days. I've been recommended it before. Amnesia can work if done right. I'm not saying they did it wrong. It was just so gimmicky, and it kind of disappeared from most of the anime. It was like at the beginning, he says, I have amnesia, and then I think there's a few things about it during the entire show, but then it comes like, just like full blown, the whole plot's about the amnesia at like the last 3 episodes. And you're like, are you fucking serious? It's whatever, you know. I didn't really care for it. I like the relationships more. I just wish it kind of was at that. I just cared about it since it's outside of high school. That's a good point. That is what brought me to it, because I was like, oh, a college romance. That's not very common. But yeah, I just didn't like the whole amnesia that much. The author did make Toradora. Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't remember that. Okay. I feel like I would have enjoyed as much Steins 0. I feel like I wouldn't have enjoyed Steins 0 if I saw it first. Well, you shouldn't watch Steins Gate 0 first. You're supposed to watch it second. But yeah, that would make sense. Okay. We're getting to the Evangelion movies. This is Thrice Upon a Time. Okay. This is my favorite Evangelion movie of the rebuilds because it kind of provides a full circle ending. I think it's fair to give it a 9. I don't think it's Neon Genesis level, which I think I put a 9.5. I think it's a 9 though. We'll leave it at that for now. Any recommendations for a short, easy to watch anime? Watch FLCL if you haven't seen it. That's 6 episodes. I don't think amnesia works like that. You don't know you have it, and you're kind of just like, huh? Yeah. It's an anime. They kind of do whatever they want. Yeah, fucking first few minutes of the show, he's like, I have amnesia, and so I'm going to college. It's like, okay. JoJo Part 1 and Part 2, actually. This is the first 2 parts. Part 1, I wish I could rank these separate because I have different opinions on both of them. Part 1 is good, and it's not my favorite by any means. It's probably middle ground. But Part 2 is my favorite part of JoJo. Steel Ball Run could maybe beat it out, but I don't get the hype around Part 3, I'll be honest with you. I'm not a big fan of it. Part 2 though, it's called Battle Tendency, I think. That is my favorite part. I think I would have to put In the realm of shonen, I would have to put this at 8.5. The problem is part 1 is the first 7 episodes, I think 7 or 9 episodes. I just didn't like them as much, but part 2, it's just so fucking crazy. Part 1 is peak JoJo. Damn, okay. That's an unpopular opinion you're bringing up, but I respect it. That's interesting. I think the second rebuild is the best, but the fourth is good. It's confusing, basically end of Eva, except for far less depressing. Yeah, in the future, there's a ton of extra shit they add in the fourth rebuild. Do I have a favorite Joestar? I think Jonathan, the part 1 guy, is my favorite. I just didn't like... So the first few episodes of part 1 are really good, and then it kind of like falls into the whole fight this guy in this episode, then fight this guy, then fight this guy. And it's the classic roller coaster fight where it's like he's down and out and he's gonna lose, and then like, oh, he's up, he's gonna win, and then he's down and out again, and then he like beats him. And it's supposed to do that. It's kind of like this stereotype, you know, heroic character. It's like John Cena in the WWE. So I get where they're coming from. It just kind of gets boring when it gets stretched out super long. But yeah, okay. So this is I forget what it's called, like Star Wars Visions. Don't really think it's that good. There's some, because it's like every episode's a different, you know, creator did a different thing with Star Wars. Some of them are better than others, but if you're gonna rate them overall, it's really difficult. I'd give it a 5. I think that's fair. Because there's some I'd give like a 7.5 or 8, but there's some of them I just didn't care for. I didn't like. Funny story, I watched all of those, by the way, Star Wars Visions, and I watched that one Marvel like animation show when I was working backstage on a like college production of Taxi Driver? Maybe it was called that. I don't remember. It was about union strikes. It was a weird show. I picked it. I had to do it for a college class. I picked it because it was the shortest play. It was like 90 minutes in runtime. The other ones were like 3-4 hour plays. And this means you have to, you know, I have to attend everything from the practices to the actual shows. So there's a lot more time involved if you go into like the act 2, act 3 kind of plays. Was not interested. It's like for half a credit. I was basically a slave for the acting department or the theater department. It's just, yeah, it's just basically free slavery. I pay them for the class. I have to do like, you know, mopping the floors, mopping the deck. Yeah, preparing all the props, all that shit, running the curtains. And you're just forced into it. You have to do it twice. Crazy major. You read any VNs? Yes, I have. I have some, like I have Steins Gate and all of that. Doki Doki, I guess you could count, but it's not like a Japanese VN. I wouldn't count Persona. I had this one on my Steam library called Lucy, the Eternity She Wished For. It's actually really good, but I think it's lesser known. Always give 1 credit courses that you work your ass off the hardest. It was not even 1. It was half a credit. So you have to get like 1 full credit in that course. So you have to take it twice. So yeah, it was half a credit, and I got lucky. I got the short one, so it was like a month of work, and it was like a lot. It was nearly almost every day, and for hours. But the 2 act, 3 act plays, that was fuck, I think they did 2 months of work. I have not watched His or Her Circumstances. Okay, Sword Art Online. I've only seen season 1. The first part of season 1, which is when it's the original story, really good. I would say that section is probably an 8.5. But sadly, you have to include the second part with the elves and the weird fucking pedo guy and just all of the other shit. His sister, stepsister, blood related or cousin or whatever the fuck. There's so many excuses online for why they should have a romance. It's all fucked up. I hate that part. It's so terrible. You start off so strong And then you go into this, you know, forbidden love shit and pedo stuff with the guy that's an actual predator. And thankfully he gets his ass beat in the end by Kirito, which is very rewarding. But at the end of the day, his stepsister still likes him. I would give this show a 6.5. It was, you know, it is what it was. We got Darlene and the Franxx. I've said my opinion on Darlene and the Franxx quite often, I'm pretty sure. It had me in the first half, and then it totally dropped the ball, in my opinion, in the ending. The problem I have with it is that it sets itself up as kind of like a Mecha Gundam show. And you think, you know, they're gonna battle in that or whatever. They're gonna have a life on Earth. But they end up like Key and 02. I'm not gonna spoil it. Actually, I just stopped myself from spoiling it. It's really old, but they do something weird with the whole plot and kind of like make it into like a space opera ending. I just didn't care for it. I love the first part. It's good. That said, I'll give it 5.5. I really don't like it. I'm sorry. I say ordinal scale. Haven't seen that. Production issues. Okay, I've never really looked into the back end stuff with Darlene the Franxx, so I have no clue. Chainsaw Man. Still waiting on the movie. It's been what, 3 years? It's been 3 years almost. Let's see. What would I give it? I'm a big fan of it. I'd give it an 8. We'll do that for now. Good night, average guy. Hope you have great dreams. Props for using AniList. Honestly, I always like the layout more. Oh, 100%. It looks way better than Mal. I don't know why this isn't the most used one. Yeah, I'll look at other people's Mals and AniList after we finish all this shit out. So probably in a couple weeks. I haven't seen Oncrad or Alkalization. Okay, we're into the Date of Live arc, which is when did I watch this? 2018. I was my freshman year of high school. Long time ago. All right, I gotta look at this. I gotta look at this in like a outside perspective, because I'm pretty sure I rewatched these in that same year. I watched this one fucking 4 times. Holy fuck, what a waste of time. I tried to show my roommate this, I think last year, because I hadn't watched it since 2018, and I remember liking it. I thought it was stupid and goofy, but I liked it. And it really didn't hold it. He didn't fucking like it. I think we might have finished season 1. But I remember it being better than it was. Looking back, it's like a 6. Like this is the top, and this goes crashing and down. This is probably a fucking 5.5. Actually, I don't know. I'd say this part is a 6 too. These are the 2 I remember watching, and it took a while, and I found out Date of Life 3 exists. I'd say this one's a 5.5. We'll put these. I don't remember what's in the OVA. We'll put them. I put it too high. We'll give them 5s. I don't think they're straight stinkers, but I would never rewatch them. Okay. Date of Life is guilty pleasure. Yeah. Hold on. Sadly, so I own it on DVD. I don't know if I'm ever gonna watch it again, but yeah, I do find myself rewatching it at random times as well. I think, yeah, this is just season 1. I honestly am okay with just owning season 1. I do not need to own this, but I do. I don't remember when I bought this. I think it was like 5-6 years ago. But yeah, that's something I own. In my I have a small Walmart bookshelf over here with shit on it. The girl, I forget her name. She's a cannibal. She eats people. Pretty fucking weird if you ask me. Okay, Tonikawa. This is one of like the only things that are like a Crunchyroll original that I've enjoyed. I don't think they've made much like good progress with that department, but they did with this. I enjoyed this. I think let's put an 8 on this. Let's put an 8 on this for now. And we'll rationalize. I think season 2 is just as good. Bite me if you think otherwise. This is something I don't know if other people like, but I did. Toma-chan is a girl. It's about a tomboy who loves a guy. The guy doesn't want to ruin their friendship or whatever. Bullshit like that. 7.5. I thought it was pretty good. It was funny. Nisekoi. This is a staple, I'm pretty sure, of the rom-com genre. Tonikawa is such a wholesome anime. Yeah, and I loved it because they just become a husband and wife off the bat. None of this bullshit, you know, typical Japanese dancing around being in a relationship until episode 12, which is the final episode, and then you don't really get to enjoy the fact that they're a husband and are not a husband and wife. Most of the time they just get together. Bookshelf reveal. Oh man, my camera's not the most mobile, but so let's see what we can do. Yeah, like that. That's the bookshelf. I can't show you what's on it because it's on the side. It's mostly just Japanese books, like textbooks, and some manga and anime. Yeah, that's pretty it. That's pretty much it. All of my belongings, pretty much, in this college apartment. I move in like 2 months. I gotta start like packing stuff up and crap. I'm not looking forward to that. Alright, I think I fixed it. I think I gotta move it over more. There we go. Sucks that Nisekoi was never entirely adapted. Yeah, I read the manga ending. It's good. I don't know why they didn't finish it, to be honest with you. It would have done well. I feel like guilty pleasures should be in their own category. Yeah, I agree with you. I've tried to do that, but I feel bad about like I can't put it like I love to watch it, put it at 10, put it with like Serial Experiments Lane and Evangelion. It just doesn't seem right critically. So I usually just rate them off what they are, and I'll still have them on my favorites list or whatever. Really like Tama was fun and enjoyable. Yes, sir, it was. Hello, Poppy Killer. I think that's how you say that. She can consider getting a PO box at some point. Yeah, that would be fun. I'd be interested in doing that. I think I'd probably have to, because I think the channel's pretty big, but I don't know how big is a good time to start a PO box, because you'd want, you know, a good amount of stuff to arrive there. I think I would have to extend my content, you know. I'm mostly just the guy that does anime videos right now, so I'd like to be able to branch out. So I've been looking at doing that as like a hobby. Like this is some way of branching out. There's other ways to do it. Pretty sure it was one of those situations the manga wasn't far enough to continue. Okay, it's done now, so they should think about it, I guess. Studio Shaft has some weird priorities. Or I don't even know what. Let's look at what they're doing right now. Okay, they did. So they did the new season. Okay, they did 5 Tuban. This is an interesting catalog. Hey, well, they're doing Monogatari, so that's at least a priority for me. Okay. Yeah, so where to put Nisekoi? That's the question. I think it's really good. I think the first season's better. I probably put the first season at an 8 and the second at a 7.5. I think that's fair. This is the OVAs. I think this one was good. And I don't know if this one was good, so we're gonna put it at 7.5. Okay. Haikyuu. I tried to get Akinator to guess you, but I just couldn't. I tried 8 times, so maybe it's just me. I don't even know what Akinator is. Okay. Haikyuu. Let's see. This is the battle. Whatever. That's later on. This is season 1. I think this is season 2. Yep. Season 3, season 4. Season 4, I remember falling off a bit. Season 1 was really good. I give it an 8. When I say really good, it's just... I don't know. Sports anime has some problems. What is this? I don't remember this one. This is the 3rd season? Okay. This is the 4th and 5th then. Look at how long this series is. This is 8 as well. It's season 2. Season 3. I think it's an 8 as well. I think To the Top was the part where I think it wasn't as good. It was still good, but the animation kind of like got a hit. And then this is fine. It's like whatever. Okay. Top 3 Dore archetypes. Shit, dude. I'm not like up to snuff with this stuff. I know there's Tsundere, of course, but they archetypes. I don't remember the names of the other ones. Okay, Dandere. Is that the one that kills you? No. That's Yandere. Fuck. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Kudere. Dandere. I don't know. I could go either way. I don't know. They're all decent, except for Yandere. I'd probably stay away from those. Tsunderes are kind of annoying though at the same time. If it's like all the time, like they're always on. It's like an app that can guess almost any character, real or fiction. It's a genie. Oh, okay. Oh, it's the little genie guy? I remember those. Okay, cool. Hey Nicholas. Sorry I'm late in the video you did last weekend. It was okay. Oh, okay. You didn't like it? That's too bad. Okay. So we're on High School DxD. Honestly, let's see. The first season is decent in the sense of you know what they're going for. I'd maybe put out a 5, maybe 4.5. But it's all downhill from the first season. I think this is 2nd. 4. This is 3rd. I don't like this season really. Put it at 2. And it kind of goes up here a little bit. 2.5. Not that great. It's not a great series. It just has its moments, you know. The plot's like okay. It's interesting. But yeah, it's a ecchi show. Yeah, Markiplier. That was a long time ago when he used to play that. High School DxD was my first anime. How the fuck did you end up watching that for your first anime? What in what God's fucking world did you land on High School DxD for your first time? Watched episode 1, watched the whole thing, best anime ever. I agree. DxD has its moments, but I would digress that it's the best anime ever. It's at the end of the day, I think it could have stood on its own without so much the ecchi shit. I think it really could have. Its plot was interesting enough. Probably the boobs, you know, that might be the reason. Yeah, might be the reason it's the best anime ever for him. But I stand by my point. Preached by the anime priest. Yeah, I'm sure they buy into that. What's DxD about? It's about how do I put this? Okay, exempting the ecchi shit. It's about a dude that gets reincarnated as a devil for a girl's house, like devil house, and he basically fights shit for her. He's a emperor dragon, red emperor dragon. It's power fantasy as well, kind of show. He gets more and more powerful as the seasons go on, which is interesting. Yeah, he fights shit. It's a shonen. I was in with a friend in TeamSpeak, so he told you. So your friend willingly knew you didn't know anything about anime and said, go watch School DxD. That is crazy. Alright, Nicholas, I see you. Yeah, and as well as the rut we're all in at times and how we gotta climb out of it. Sometimes with a little help. Yeah, okay. Sock, did you ever watch Elfen Lied? No, I have it on my list too. I know it's kind of like edgy bait. You know, it's just like part of that shit, but I'm still curious to watch it so I know what the edgelords are talking about. If you like boobs of DxD, maybe I recommend Queen's Blade. Interesting. Never heard of it. Which music mangas can you name? Fuck if I know. Music mangas? I don't think I've read any music mangas. Do not watch Elfen Live. Have fun with that one. Okay. It looks like it might not be as worth it. I honestly have put it off for so long. So, all right. Howl's Moving Castle? Arguably one of the best works of Miyazaki. 9.5, not 95. 9.5. Put it there for now. This is Pupa. It's a terrible show. Never watch this. It's a 1. I don't even want to explain it. It's that bad. Okay, what is this? This is Plug. Juden Fui? Oh, I don't know, man. Let's see. Fight Ipatsu Juden-chan. Yeah, okay. I watched this, yeah, in 2018 as well. It's a bit edgy, but it's funny. I think I have it on my don't watch these anime. It's my way of protecting it. Because it's like, okay. It's a 5. I think that's fair. Black Bullet. I don't know how many of you have watched Black Bullet. I love this show. I wanted to spiel on it when we were doing that tier list stuff. I don't know what I just downloaded. I would say it's a 7. That might be too nice. I'd say it was a 6.5. Maybe a 7. I'm gonna give it a 7. Fuck you. I like this show. It's gimmicky, and it's just like the whole fucking fight the monsters and shit. But I like the Mask Man. He made it interesting. He had cool concepts. Oh, we're still... Has there been any zeros? No. I mean, I guess I could give stuff a 0, but I just don't. X Arm's the lowest you can go. Detroit Metal City, haven't read it. TLDR tries to be dark with absolutely no real context. Yup, that's what I've heard. Dips its feet into some serious topic, but instead of doing something with it, it shows fan service. Okay, it's one of those. I've not seen Mysterious Girlfriend. I've heard about it. I haven't seen it. Queen's Blade is a story about a tournament to find the next queen of the continent, but it's all just boobs. More boobs than DxD. Now that's a hard thing to beat. Crazy. Azumanga Fighter? That's a thing? Blend S. I don't think is good. 4. I wouldn't watch it again. Plastic Memories. Made me cry. 9. Horimiya, probably one of the better. This is a 9 for me. Probably one of the better, and even the sequel, yeah, one of the better romances in my opinion, because they actually get together. You know how it is. Pokemon Indigo League. Pocket Monster. Oh man, this is nostalgic. This one's hard to rank. I think, looking at it objectively, it's not great. But holy shit, is it nostalgic? I would watch it again. I'd say 7.5 to be fair. Alright. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I got X, Y, and Z and X, Y. Oh my god, I forgot to watch that shit. Thoughts on Madoka Magica? Haven't watched it yet, still need to watch it. I've seen K-On, yeah. Of the boob shot. Wow, well that'll tell you what kind of thing you're into. Is there any reason why Monogatari Season 2 is your favorite? Yes. I love Koi Monogatari. I think it's the best part of Monogatari. And Tsubasa Cat. So the Tsubasa Tigers, sorry. I love that part as well. Yeah, those are my 2 favorite arcs, and they're in that season. That's why. I'm trying to think what other arcs are in there. The Medusa one's good. That's in season 1 or season 2. Yeah. I still think, but yeah, no, it doesn't stand up to Tsubasa Tiger and stuff. I have not seen Girls Band Cry. Okay, Rogelio. I'll look into Azumanga Fighter. Sounds interesting. We're gonna get a watch order of Monogatari that makes sense. Here, I'll show you. Really easy to find. Look up Monogatari watch order. I gotta help a guy that's trying to watch Monogatari. Of course they do. Gotta fix the blur. Alright, there we go. Yeah, here you go. Watch this, then this, then this, then this, then that, that. Yeah, they have numbers on them actually. First thing that pops up, that's the best one to watch. Watch it in that order. That's like a first watch through. Okay. XYZ, XY. Shit, I'm not on the page. There we go. I actually don't know how many people watch this. Just gonna give it a 4. I don't know where else to put it. Alright, Pop Team Epic. One of the unique shows in my opinion that I've seen. I would give a 7. It's like entertaining and everything. I think what holds it back, you know, is you gotta like the gags. That's pretty much the end of the day when it comes down to. I haven't read the anime novels. I'm talking about them in a new Eva video, but yeah, I haven't read them. They're kind of not the point of the video, but I mention them. I read the manga though. People have been telling me to. Some dude keeps spamming in the comment section of every video. Make a video on the Evangelion manga. I will at some point. I'm not yet though. I didn't mention it quite a bit in a recent video though that I'm making. Love Live. This is something I love, as in the name. It's not good though. At the end of the day, it's not good. It's not a 5. It's probably a 6. And I'd say, I see the Aquars, which is the 2nd season, is probably better. I would never watch any more Love Live though stuff. I had my fill when I watched these 2 seasons. And then I was done. The movie's actually pretty funny. They went to America. That's funny for Americans. Yeah, I'd give them 6s all around. I think that's a fair thing to say. One Punch Man, didn't like it. I'm actually gonna be honest with you guys. I used to have this really low. Still gonna have it really low. I was not really into it. It just wasn't that interesting to me, I guess. This is Evangelion 3.0. Arguably the most hated Evangelion movie, I'm pretty sure. I didn't mind it though. I actually love the soundtrack of this one. I think it's their best soundtrack. That being said, I mean, honestly, I'd rewatch these again. He's kind of down on his luck, downtrodden the entire time, but 7.5. This is season. This is 1.0, right? Yeah, I think 1.0 is pretty good. 8. I agree with you though on that part that 2.0 is really good. It's not that good. It's just 8.5. Yep. Stand by that. God damn. I can see the end. Okay, this is an office romance about two neat goons. What am I saying? Geeks. That's what I meant to say. Interesting, different perspective. Not like 7.5. Oh, let's see. That's the OVA for it. Same thing. Okay, this is actually really funny. Best soundtrack is 3.0, 1.0. Okay, well, I forget her name. Is it Hikari? The girl that does One Last Kiss. She's done a ton of shit. She's in her own realm. All her music's fucking amazing. I just mean I more mean the orchestra parts. I like them from all the rebuilds because they all have a soundtrack and they all have good orchestra bits. But 3.0 specifically, there are at least 4 or 5 on my playlist that are just straight bangers all the way through. Did you revise your Naruto placement? Not yet. We haven't got to the revisions yet. Yeah, talking about the multiverse does get all over the place. Yeah, collabs. I didn't even get into those. Could be considered canon. Yeah, they could be. Yeah, I have a multiverse video coming out that'll kind of try to explain it because there's not that much like defined grounds for it, which is the problem, which I talk about. The love cookies? I don't know. I don't remember. All right. Actually, you might be right. I think this one does have the love cookies in it. I thought this shit was funny. I will stand by that. I will die on that hill. Shimoneta is funny. Not that funny though. I'd still give it like a 6.5. I thought it was funny though. I don't care. I don't care what other people say. I stand by my idea that okay, we got To Your Eternity, season 1 and season 2. I think they're working on season 3. Season 1's better than season 2. I give this an 8. I give this a 7. It's not bad, but it's not to the level. Season 1 was very good. Perverfection. Yep. Love Nectar. That's the word. Yeah, that shit was fucking weird. Started Sunny Boy thanks to you, and I loved it. I'm glad I got into it because of me. Prison School is funnier, which we're getting to, because I will be putting it higher. Really biased take, but the favorite OST from the rebuilds has to be 2.0. Simply due to the fact that Sagisu reworked multiple OSTs from her other series. That's cool. I'm not saying that. I know what you're trying to say. 3.0 1.0 did the same thing. That's cool. Okay, 5 Tuban. I'm sure everyone's seen this. I think it's kind of overrated. I give it a 6.5. It's pretty stereotypical if you've seen a lot of rom-coms. Maid Sama. Interesting. I think it's the same realm as 5 Tuban. Maybe a point higher. Ode Emo. Oh boy. What a fucking nightmare. This is season 1, I'm pretty sure. Which is a 4 in my opinion. Season 2 goes to 2 though, because I fucking hate that he got with his sister. That's so stupid. It's such... that pisses me off. What's fucking wrong with you, dude? Marrying your actual sister. That's disturbing. This one's not good. I remember this. It's like 4 material, I'd say. Alright, Wounded Man. Wounded Man. I've talked about this one. It has crimes in it, so I cannot put it high. But damn is it cool. At times. That's wrong. Okay. That sounded wrong. He committed crimes. Like bad crimes. It's cool if you exempt the crimes. That's what I'll say. That's my PR nightmare. Not trolling some... Are you serious? There's no fucking way they called an anime Your Boy Kong Ming. I should probably, just in case. Whatever comes up. Dude, you were fucking right. I can't believe it. Oh my god, I've seen this. I haven't watched it, but I know it's... I know it, there's no... Why do they call it that? That's fucking... That's a troll. Gotta love them crimes, yeah. Is incest... Are you serious? Elfen Life has incest? Terrible. What is with the infatuation to add to the story? It does... I will say it. Hot take. Listen, mangakas. Listen, Japan. It doesn't make your story interesting. Incest doesn't make your story interesting. It is not necessary. You can do so many cooler or just strange love ideas. You can do forbidden love. I don't give a fuck. That's interesting. But the incest shit, that's not necessary. That is not necessary. High Body Video was perfection. I'm glad you liked it. Kong Ming was a general in ancient China. I hope he got haggled for his name. Clickbait title. Alright, we're on Erased, which I'm pretty sure is a very well-loved one. But the ending I had my problems with because it wasn't the ending that... I think it was the scenario where the manga wasn't finished yet, and so they had to come up with their own ending. But I still think the ending they did do wasn't terrible. 8.5 for now. There's an anime this season that power and revolves around incest. They say Alabama, Japan. Are you serious? What anime? What fucking anime has a power scale around this? Fucking crazy. More Elfen Lied shit. Wow. Best part of Erase is the opening. Yeah, Asian Kung Fu Generation, I'm pretty sure is the name of the band. I think I got that right. I love their stuff. It's good. Okay, this is My Senpai. This was okay. 7. Just typical office romance, you know. I like it better than the high school romance stuff, but I'm also, you know, older than high school now. Psycho-Pass Providence. 6.5. Didn't need to come out. Didn't need to come out. This is a fucking great. I love this. 8.5, we'll say. If you like basketball, Kuroko's no basketball is just really good. I have a video coming out talking about like the big 3 anime about basketball. The Last Game, which is like the movie, is so fucking ridiculous. They bring in this every basketball anime does this. America's like the holy land in them. They always talk about it like it's this fucking estranged place where people go and get really fucking good at basketball, and then they come back and they're amazing, or they stay there and they keep playing. But it's there's a team that comes from America, Street Ballers, and they're apparently, I gotta show you a picture. They're apparently 15 to 17. They're not. There ain't no way. Their names like the Jabberwocks. Yeah, I got them. You tell me. These guys are apparently 15 to 17. No, they're fucking not. Look at that dude. Look at this guy is a grown ass man. So is he. None of them look like teenagers. This is apparent. What are they putting in the American water? I don't know. I don't look like that. They look like my age, which is 20, 22, almost 23. They can't be doing that. They can't make 15-year-olds look like that. There's an anime where boys get his powers from drinking different girls' cup nectar. What the fuck? Where do you find that shit? I've seeked out weird anime for videos. I've never stumbled upon that one. That's fucking crazy. That's going. Maybe we'll bring back that series just to do one more from the shit that you guys find. I stopped at season 2 in Kuroko. Is season 3 better? What happens in season 2? Because I don't remember. It all jumbles together. I'd say yes. When they get to the Winter Cup, it gets really good. I don't remember what season 2 is. I think that's the part where it's a little slow. I think they're building up to the big games. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah. I revisited, but obviously didn't rewatch it all for the video I did because there's like 60 episodes or some shit. Okay. Oh, this is the Date of Live movie. 6. I don't need to say more. Spirit Away. 10. This is my favorite Miyazaki film. Coolest in my opinion. Shikimori, I think. Shikimori, yep. Is not cute. I think it's not cute. Yeah, Kawaii Dake Janai. I don't think it did anything like amazing, but I think it was great to watch, and I've rewatched it, of course. I'd give it a 7. It's one of those rom-coms you don't watch for like plot scenarios. Okay. This is 100 Girlfriends. This is the first season. I'm watching season 2, by the way. Not very good. It kind of fell off. I don't know what happened there. I don't know if it was the manga or the source material just wasn't as good, but the first season was fucking hilarious. I haven't actually laughed my ass off more to a rom-com because it's just so stupid at times. It was funny as hell. That being said, it's not like it's great. I'm gonna give it a 7.5. Sometimes things are just funny. I Want to Eat Your Pancreas. And it's probably an 8.5. Put it there for now. Sad shit. JJK. Alright, we got season 1, season 2, and the movie. Actually, movie's one of my favorite things. Put this at 9. Same with, this is the Shinjuku arc. This is the 2 best arcs in the anime or the manga, just the source material, in my opinion. I think this is an 8. Maybe an 8.5. I might move it up half a point. Your Lie in April. It's one of the better. Wow, yeah. This was a good, powerful show. We might put an 8.75 on it when we go back in. This is Angel's Egg, which is just something else if you've ever seen it. This is an 8. Maybe a 9. Weathering with You, I give this an 8 as well. Maybe an 8.5. Castle in the Sky. This is a good one. 8.5. This is the one where they live together in high school because they're married. What a weird fucking school, by the way. Their school makes them live like a boy and a girl together as a couple to basically prepare them to have marriage, which it sounds like something Japan would do if their birth rate keeps declining. They'd be like, we gotta like stimulate these relationships somehow. This doesn't sound like something they wouldn't do, to be honest. It was entertaining. It was funny. 7. All right, this is the Cafe Terrace. The goddesses of Cafe Terrace. Not good, but it was like watchable. I enjoyed it. I don't know if I'd rewatch it though. It's actually I put the second season lower. Nintendo is what every otaku wants to be. I'm gonna say it. His life sounds like hell, dude. Imagine you have to take care of 100 girlfriends. Think about this. There's 100 people that you have to split your time with adequately. And for you, any of you who have been in a relationship, are in a relationship, are married, or whatever, there is a lot of time that goes into a relationship. Can you imagine doing that 100 times? I could not. That sounds way too much. No, thank you. The idea of a harem exists and only makes sense to people who are single. That's just true. There is no way. You get to 6 or 8. You're running like a Ming Dynasty ass family. You have mistresses. They're trying to kill you and poison you. You know, like my 8th wife is trying to poison me, and you have like, I don't know. Is Rintaro gonna have kids? I hope not with 100 people. Can you imagine the 100 kids at least if they all had one kid? That's crazy. That's fucking crazy. Obviously, one of them's a mom already, so he's probably not having 100 kids at least. Hopefully not. Yeah, we're getting the rental girlfriend. Season 2 is definitely the best. Yup. You know what? Now that girls probably are just doing Yuri shit with each other. What world are you living in? Yeah, that happens. Not with every girl though. That's POV Japan stimulate them youngins to get married. Yeah, you know, they'll do anything necessary. I want to eat your pancreas. Oh, yeah. I kind of went by that, didn't I? It's a good anime. A good anime movie. Yeah. Harems are pure fantasy and not stable. Closest thing would be concubines. Yeah, but even concubines aren't stable, dude. Like throughout the history. I mean, my reference is just look at any dynasty family in China, of ancient China. None of them worked out, and most of them, the wives were poisoning the man for various reasons. I just find that shit it's so funny. Did not watch Girls Last Tour. Pretty sure the mom is single too, so nah. The mom is single, but she has a kid who's also in the harem with him. Crazy shit. Yeah, the first 2 girls, yeah, they are technically Yuri. They do have some references to that. Wish there was a 0 for Pupa. They got a, what did I give it? I gave it a 1. That's too high. I don't even know why I did that. 0.2. Actually, 0.1. Put it with X-Arm. Yeah, that's my fault. I don't even know why I gave it a 1. Holy shit. Okay, High School of the Dead. How close are we? We gotta be getting close. Oh my god. I'm fucking slacking, dude. I gotta speed up a little bit. It's almost, we're almost at 6:30. Alright. Okay. High School of the Dead. Fun show. Pretty shit. Pretty awful. 6.5. Ponyo, I give an 8. It's a great one. This show sucks. I fucking hate this. First 4 episodes were like good. Yeah, rom-com where the childhood friend won't lose. First 4 episodes were banging. And the rest of the series sucked. I had to like pressure myself through it. 3. This one was a drag. At the end, same thing. First few were good, and then it just got stale. 3. 3.5. This is the OVA. I didn't care for it. I don't even remember it. That's a sign. Rental girlfriend. Everyone has their opinions on this. I'll cover Climber at some point, yeah. It's all shits and giggles until you're the one getting poisoned by your own wife. Yeah, You never want to be that guy. He's got to find at least one yandere. It's 100, man. There's got to be at least one. I do drop shows. We're gonna get to my drops eventually. Okay, let's talk about Rental Girlfriend for a minute. Let's I guess, you know, I said speed up, but I'm slowing down again. I think the show is good at times, but the MC is abominable. I fucking hate him. He's such a loser at times, but then he's all of a sudden like super fucking reliable. He like really helps her out, which is awesome. Then you're like, oh, maybe he is not a loser, but he's at the same time still a loser. I don't know how he can do both things at once. He just does the most like abhorrent shit, like jerking the bean, or not the bean, you know, taming the snake or whatever, while thinking of her while she lives next door. That is fucking weird, dude. That's fucking weird. That's just, you don't need to do that. But he does. He also will not tell the fucking other rental girlfriend that is obsessed with him to back the fuck off, and it's annoying. He needs to grow a spine and just be like, I don't like you. We need to stop this before it goes too far and you get hurt. But he doesn't do that. He has the fucking old girlfriend that is an asshole who has a lot of, you know, problems. And if you like the blonde one, you got a problem. She's a terrible person, and he does not. It takes him forever to fucking get her to go away. It takes too long. So one of the worst main characters, yes. Jerking the bean. Yeah, that didn't hit right. Antarctica should start making chips for everyone available. That'd be cool. No, I'd rather not talk about rental girlfriend. Yeah, exactly. He's so fucking frustrating. But like the main girl, what's her name? Ichinose. Chizuzu. She's great. She makes me want to like this show. But yeah, fuck this guy. I'll give it the first season's, you know, watchable 7. As much trash as I was talking, I hate this season. This season sucks. Nothing happens. 5. This is season 3. It gets a little better. 6. That's where I'm gonna put that. Don't like the concept of rental girlfriends IRL. Yeah, it's a weird service. It has its point. It has its purpose, I guess. It does help. It's solving a problem that doesn't exist in most Western societies, but it does in Japan. And it's an okay approach. It's an okay approach, you know. They're a society that is not, they try shit that is very strange, but sometimes works. So, you know. That's some Homelander type shit. Do not compare that guy to Homelander. That is I can't get out of my head now. Fuck. That is an interesting comparison. Jesus Christ. Okay, Tsundere children. This one's okay. I give it a 7. This is the movie. 7. I like the conclusion. Kaiju number 8. Where do I put this? I think the first season's the best season. Obviously, there's nothing else out right now, but just like in the terms of the manga arcs to come, I say it directly competes with other stuff in the shonen genre. I'll put it at 8 for now. All right, this one's funny. Let me give you some context. Twins that fall in love with their next door neighbor. I watched it because I love soap operas, as I told you. It's reminded me of Domestic Girlfriend. I think it's probably in the recommended, to be honest with you. Yeah, right there, next to School Days. I honestly, It wasn't that great. It started off well. I was interested. It wasn't that great. Like I like Domestic Girlfriend a lot more. I might put it 6.5 later. I don't care for the series 5. This is the Ayla. The Russian girl. This is pretty good. I might move it to 7 though. Yona of the Dawn. I wish this finished. I wish it did. I don't think it was popular enough. It's a shoujo. Really good shoujo though, in my opinion. It's 7.5. I think that's fair. I don't remember what's in the OVA. Put it at 7 then. From now on, the term for meat is jerking the bean in the stock streams. Jesus. Jerking the bean doesn't work. I messed up the wording. But I guess I can't escape it now. The fakeness of it, just hire an escort and skip the damn, what the fuck? I'm pretty sure escorts aren't legal. They might be. I don't know. In Japan, I don't know. I wonder if Sock knows about the sibling rom-com? No. Which sibling one? Should watch Blood Plus, okay. Jerking the bean does work. Alright, we'll go with it then. It's funny though. Do what you want. Alright, this is manga creator. She's in love with a manga creator. It was good. I like this one. 7.5. This is Higashi no Eden. Yeah, Eden of the East. It was okay. I think people liked it more than I did though. Tokyo Ghoul season 1. Season 1's okay. Yeah. And then I was really disappointed with what they did with basically going against the manga. I still give it a 5 though. Like the fights were cool. It was just kind of annoying that what they did with it. This is what is this called? Hyoka. Hyoka's pretty good. It's not great though. 6.5. 6. Haibane Renmei. 8.5. I like it. I think it's the weakest though of Abe's trio of works. Mushoku Tensei. Oh, no. This is season 1. This is season 2. This is season 3. And part 2. Oh, these are the parts. Okay. Season 1 right here. Okay, part 2 is my favorite. I'd actually give it a 9. Part 1 is pretty good. Give it an 8.5. This is the part where he spends a majority of the time moping around with his ED. His dysfunction. So I'll give that one a few points. And then this goes back up to 8 for me. Maybe even higher. I mean, the whole father arc, like that shit was good. Shinuji siblings? I'll look into that. Tokyo Ghoul manga is the only way to consume the story prop. Yep. Did I watch Godzilla -1? Yes. Did I cry? No. I didn't. But yeah, Godzilla -1's really good. Diddy Tensei. There is the point which you have to forget about if you're going to enjoy the show. He is an older guy that's born into a young body, which is fucking weird. But you just gotta look past that. I did not read Mushoku. I have heard about it and how who he was before the reincarnation was worse than the one they had in the manga or the anime. So yeah, you know, you just gotta forget about it. That's what I keep telling myself because it's a good story. I would have preferred it if they just went away with the whole I was a guy beforehand. But yeah. Yeah, I prefer -1 over Shin Godzilla. I think Shin Godzilla is good. -1 it's the original story basically, which is about the fear of nuclear war and all that stuff and what it could do. Yeah, and uncertainty. And Shin Godzilla was more of a modern take, and it was a comment on the current Japanese government, how it's slow to respond to things. Always has to, you know, think of all the contingencies before acting, but that can cause problems to spiral out of control. And it also talked about like how Japan's super reliant on America for defense and all that stuff. It was good. Rudius, yeah, was not able to in season 2 part 1. Not able to do that. Okay. Ah, man, we're getting close. I can see the end. All right, this is all going in the same Seitokai. This is season 1. This is the best season, 7.5. Then it kind of got a little stale. I still put that. Put the 6.5. 6.5. Yeah, okay. This one is a 5.5. A little better than bad. Prison School. Fucking love this thing, dude. It's so funny. 8.5. You gotta look past, you know, all the like the stupid ecchi shit, but it's kind of what it's a parody show. I'll always love the are you an ass man or boobs man? Explain yourself video or episode. That is the funniest thing ever. And the way he like basically has an introspective moment where he understands everything. It's like everything clicks in life because of his thought. That is just some of the funniest shit to me. Frieren. Obviously, I'm gonna give this a 10. I don't think that's unheard of. It's probably one of the most well put together fantasy worlds I have seen. I think, I don't know, you get immersed into it. So I think it deserves to be up there. We're in some hot territory. This is ass. 4.5. I barely got through that. This is My First Girlfriend or something. It's like a 5.5. I think that's fair. This is a 5.5 too. It had its moments. I kind of liked how it was like artistic with it. This is a 5. This was okay. It was about them faking a marriage. Sign of, this is not Sign of Affection. This is Silent Voice. Probably one of my favorite like romance anime movies. Definitely deserves a 10. It's perfect. It's honestly perfect. Attack on Titan season 1. It's an 8.5. No, I don't know. It's hard to. I think it's 8.5. I think that's fair. I think Attack on Titan is not overrated, but I think people hype it up to a point where it can't meet people's standards. OVAs are 7s. I think these are fine. They're just not that important. This is the final season, part 1. This is my favorite part. This is a 9. This is a 9.5, I think, for me. I just like the political banter of trying to figure out how they're gonna, you know, run the island, and the also like mindset banter. The Reiner story arc in the first arc when he's attacking Marley, the conversation they have in the basement. I think that is peak AOT. It's the same with this is season 2. I love this season. The start is slow when they're stuck in the place, but man, dude, the betrayal arc, some of the best AOT again, peak AOT. This is the final. This is okay. I'd rate it an 8.5. I think this is all the fun. This is season 2, part 2. This is an 8.5 as well. I think overall AOT is an 8.5. This is season 3. I think it did. This is gonna be 8.75 when I get to it. 8.5. Yeah, like all the final movies are just. Okay, this is part 2. Oh, I love this one. Yeah. This is a 9 for me. Erwin's speech. Levi taking on the Beast. There's some good shit in there. Okay, we're almost there. Erwin's final speech. Yep, Beast Charge. That is some great shit. Again, peak AOT. Season 1 and 2 set up all of that shit, or season 1 set up all that shit to happen. Did they announce Frida in season 2? Yes. Did you read the manga for Silent Voice? No, I only saw the movie. Are you an ass or boob man? Well, again, I'll just show you the prison school conversation. It's just spot on. Like the idea that boobs are an imitation of ass as humanity evolved, and they had to change the point of appeal or whatever. I think it was the funniest critique ever. So yeah, AOT is annoying since they could have done so much with Aaron's character. Bro's entire character is actually interesting to analyze, and there's good videos about it. Yeah, I love Aaron in season 3 onwards. The earlier parts, he's kind of bland. He's like every shonen character. He's like, rage. I don't like my enemies and stuff. Then he kind of gets introspective about it, and it becomes more interesting. I don't mind what they did at the end, because it was true to Aaron's character. People didn't like it, obviously, because they liked when Aaron changed. Thought he was more interesting. And find out that it was kind of all of a mask. I still think that makes it even more deeper and interesting, but some people didn't see it that way. So I like his character. Obviously, they could have done more with him, but you know, it is what it is. Can't change it. Okay, my bunny girl senpai. That's not my bunny girl. I think this is good. It wants to be Monogatari, but doesn't reach the heights of Monogatari. It's an 8. I think the movie's an 8.5 because it did make me cry. Did do that. Run with the Wind is my favorite sports anime. I think I'm biased because I'm a cross runner, but it is my list. But I would put it at a 9, but I put it at an 8.5 because there are some parts of it that kind of drag on at the end. This is, I don't remember, Kaze no Stigma. Fucking shit anime, but I like it. Actually, 6 is fair. It's kind of got that 2000s feel to it, which made me like it so much. And it was kind of interesting. Obviously, it doesn't have a season 2, so its story's over. Kiki Delivery Service gives an 8.5. It's hard to Miyazaki's films are all really good and rewatchable. It's hard to put them low. Okay. Dude, I forgot how much. There's 75 episodes, Kuroko. The end part's the best. The start sets up everything to come. I'll put this at 8.5. I'll put this at 8. I think I agree that season 2 is slow. 7.5. And this is an OVA, and it's pretty good. I know what it is. Clanad, this is the original. 7.5, but the after story, dude, is just so good. 9. And these are the other routes, so those are 6s. Okay, we're so close. Fuck, we're getting there. End is in sight. Chainsaw Man's at 8.5 right now. Anything Ghibli is always peak. Even Marnie, I don't think I've seen that one. Okay, so I have some paused anime here, which we're gonna rate. Some of them that I've gotten close to. I have paused part 3. I have not finished it. I know Kill Me, but I don't think it's that good. I don't think it's bad by any means. I think it's like a 7. The problem I have with it is it just keeps going, and not every episode's interesting. Sometimes the stan users are like, they make for a good episode and you're intrigued, but some of them are just kind of, ass, I guess is the word for it. And also, it's a hard series to keep me like invested for long periods of time because I go in, watch a few episodes, then I go out. Like I leave. I watch something else that has like a overarching story. Because this one does, obviously, trying to get to Egypt. It just takes so long to get to Egypt. Obviously, I haven't even got to Egypt yet. I'm still in part 3, season 1. So, but Anafish, I'm not far enough. I've liked it so far. I paused it because I started watching some other stuff for videos. This is Urusei Yatsura. I just watch these every once in a while. It's the older one. I'd give it a 6.5. It's not great, but it's not bad by any means. I only watched one episode of Fruits of Geass. I will probably watch more at some point. I've had Nichijou pause for a long time. I liked what I saw from it. I just haven't picked it up again. I paused this. Some rom-com. I'm sure it'll be fine. I paused this. I have no intent of really going back to it, to be honest. It was okay. Maybe I'll watch some. I want to finish it, but I give it a 5. It's just not bad. It's just kind of hard to keep my attention. I watched one episode of March Comes Like a Lion. I have an intent to go back to it. I don't know when I'm gonna go back to it though. It didn't grab me with the first episode. That's kind of what happened. But I know it's probably a slow builder. I should try Air. Okay. Yeah, After Story is powerful. Did you rank Berserk 97? No, I don't even know if I have it on my list. I've watched some of it. I haven't watched all of it. I think it's okay. I don't think it's great though. I liked Urusei Yatsura. I did too. I kind of prefer the newer one because it condenses everything, but also the kind of the niceness of Urusei Yatsura is like, I don't know. This is probably not accurate. I've probably seen more than 25 of the old one, but I can just like pick an episode to watch out of nowhere. I don't really need to watch them in order because the story doesn't overarch. It's just kind of like, you know, Saturday cartoon kind of thing, stuff like that. I give Evangelion a 9.5. We'll go through it again. I also paused, yeah, Sangatsu no Ryo. Yeah, I have an intent to finish it. I just haven't. Yeah, we're almost there. We're in the dropped category now. So yeah, I'm gonna actually rate all of these because I have an accurate opinion on all of them. Some of them aren't pending. Boruto, fucking 1. This goes in with all the other slop because it's so fucking awful most of the time. Has a great episode every once in a while and then goes back to being shit and being filler. So this was okay. It just wasn't interesting. Like 3.5 scenario. This is some weird shit. We had incest in it, so I dropped it. This was weird and funny. 4.5. It just, I had no intent to finish it. It's about like a Yakuza guy that likes a girl or vice versa. I don't remember. It was really like weird about the relationship. It didn't really give you like an accurate assessment of how they felt. So yeah. Okay. Comic Girls. This was like a 2. Or 3, I guess. Like, no, 2. Not interesting. This is Devil Part-Timer season 2. If I drop it, obviously it has to be under 5. I think 4 is fair. It just didn't keep my attention anymore. I liked the season 1. It was okay. This is like basically workout. I think it was trying to get Japanese people that are neats, that watch a lot of anime, be like, look, your anime girls are working out. Maybe you should work out. It was like, it actually showed you how to do certain workouts, which was interesting. I didn't really, care for it. It was okay. I'd probably give it a 4. Give that shit a 0.2. Chain Soldier is here. I haven't watched Made in Abyss. You dropped Assassination Class? Yeah, I did. I'll get to it. I usually try to give things 4 episodes, 3 or 4 episodes, and if I don't like it, I drop it. Sometimes they don't even get there. Date of Life season 4. I liked Date of Life. We talked about. I thought, as a, not prepubescent, but early teenager, that it tickled my dopamine receptors. And season 4 just had So much wrong with the animation. It was blasphemy. It was blasphemy. Apparently there's a season 5. I don't really know if I'm gonna watch it though. This shit, incest, easy 1. Easy 1 out of 10. I tried Chunibo Syndrome kind of thing. I didn't really like it. I give it a 3. I don't remember what this is, and that's telling. I normally remember things. How to Raise a Boring Girlfriend. Oh, it went straight into the fan service, and it was not interested. Not interesting. 2 is fair. This one, I didn't really give it a fair shot, but I didn't really want to. Put it at 3.5. I just didn't care for it. This is the elementary one that we were talking about earlier, where like she's reincarnated as an elementary student. Yeah, it wasn't very good. I don't think maybe it was, if I stuck around it could have got good and deep, but it really just wasn't that great. This is another one I tried. Sister's All You Need. Yep. Sister was too obsessed with her brother. It was fucking weird, but at least the brother didn't want it. So he gets at least an extra point for that. This was boring. I watched 1 season. I barely got through the first season. This is really boring. What else? This is Angel Next Door. I tried to watch one of these episodes late at night, and it was so boring. 2.5. Didn't have incest, so it gets an extra half point. This one, I think this is season 2. Yeah, I barely got through season 1. Another one of those. 2.5. Assassinations Classroom. I think it could be good. I'm probably not giving it a fair shot. I gave it 4 episodes. I was just not interested. So that's why, yeah, I didn't finish it. Keijo is a 5. It's entertaining, but I have no intent of finishing that. It is a funny show. In concept. This is it's similar to Domestic Girlfriend, but it was like basically the siblings used to date and then they broke up and then their parents married and so they had to live in the same house. And that's kind of weird, right? So I thought it'd be like interesting. It really wasn't. It was just not interesting enough. This is one of those like bit comedy that Japan likes to do. The bits weren't that interesting for me. They were okay. So 4. So 4 is fair. And Chain Soldier. I almost got through this, but it was like coming out weekly and I gave up. I just didn't really care anymore. It started out funny. It was pretty funny, but yeah, I'm not finishing it. Probably give it a 4. Maybe a 3. Actually a 3. Like trying to be DxD, but not as good. That's saying something. Okay. We did it. This is what I wanted to get done today. We got through it. I have a ton planning, but obviously we're not ranking those because I haven't watched them. I will say though, we should probably rank these. I have my opinions on these mostly. This is a 9, as I said. Yep. 8.5 for this season. Sakamoto Days is really not something to write home about right now. Ahira no Sora, so 5.5. Actually, I'm really disappointed with a bit of it, so 5. This is an office romance, which, as you know, I tend to like those. 6.5, maybe 6. This one's caught my attention more. It's not great. So people compare it to Nisekoi, but I'm not in the same wheelhouse. It's not as good, and it's a lot different. Doesn't have the same vibe, so I don't know why people compare that. Zenshu, I had big hopes for, but I really have been struggling to finish it, so I need to keep up with that. This is not as good as the original season. It's a 6. Guten Lagen, I'm watching right now. I'm almost done. I'm probably giving it an 8.75. I'll give it an 8.5 for now because we haven't done those yet. I started Love Tyrant because somebody told me to watch it. So I'm not too far. I'm 4 episodes in now. I'd probably give it a 5. It's like a guilty pleasure, but it's not my pick. Madoka-chan it's a 5, I'd say. I'll probably never watch it again. Okay. You've like accurately got through this. Yep. Cool. So it's 8:50 or 6:50. Yeah, you knew we were gonna finish it. Yeah, okay, overrated. That was you. I'm not done with it yet. Might put it higher. For now, it's at a 5 though. I have a feeling it could go up a couple points. But yeah, I can see why it's your guilty pleasure. I can see why it would be. Yeah, maybe because yeah, there's tsunderes and the whole like they're married because they're families, but yeah, it's too different to compare them. I don't know why people would do that. Okay, so I'm gone next week. I will not be streaming on Wednesday or Monday for that matter. Usually on Monday I stream playing a game or something on Twitch and on my other YouTube channel. So I will not be doing that. I am going on a spring break trip with some of my friends at college. So the week after next week, we will come back and revisit this list, and we'll kind of go through and add quarter percentages to kind of smooth it out and make it, I don't know, more cohesive. Like maybe I put them in a certain category and I'm like, I don't really feel that way. Like it's not as good as this one or not as bad as that one. So yeah, we'll just go back through, do all that shit. And then yeah, I'll probably open the Discord up. I'll have a forum, or not a forum, a chat or or text box where you can send a link of your pages, and we can do that in like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So yeah, that was the list. It's not finished. It's a rough draft at this point. Gotta work on the final. So yeah, no video this Saturday. I won't be live next week, so I can't tell you, but March 15th there's gonna be, I'm doing something a little different. I'm having, it's like an introspective documentary on Hayao Miyazaki. It's about kind of his thought process and like how he got there and why he is the way he is, versus it's not like a documentary of his life story. It talks about how he got to where he is for part of it, but it's more about how that influenced his life and his work. So yeah, that's March 15th. Yeah, so that'll be the next thing I guess from me. Then I'll be live the week after, like March 17th, March 19th. So I hope you guys all have a good time, a good rest of your weeks, 2 weeks, and I'll see you next time. Yeah, my Annie list, I won't link it here. It is linked though on the channel. If you go to like the link area, I think every YouTube channel has it. It's at the top area. You might have to press like 3 dots or something. When did you drop Sky of Connection? Hope for the very first episode? No, sadly not. I should have dropped it. I had to watch it for a video. I was doing my research. You can start today by making sure that Boruto is the first full 0. That's true. I don't know, dude. There's been some worse shit that I've watched than Boruto. But yeah, alright guys. Take care. I'll see you later. Yeah, I'm gonna vlog. I got a camcorder. This is like a hobby part of mine. I got a camcorder from Japan, made in 2013. I'm gonna use that to vlog the trip I'm going on, just for fun. I'll probably upload it to my other channel, just so it's out there. But yeah, I like to do that stuff. I like camcorders. They're fun to work with. Have a wonderful day. Hope you enjoy the rest of your love, Tyrant. I will. Overrated. I'm glad you put me on it. I'm very satisfied watching it. Yeah. All right. You have a different link for the annual list. I'll figure it out. Well, I'll figure out what's wrong with that. Take care, everyone. Take care, Santiago. See you in 2 weeks.